Qingchuan Tianming, who has become a war orphan through time travel, signs in from the head of the 4th generation Hokage. Reward. Ultimate Chakra. From then on, a series of Check.in tasks began. Zhongren Exam, Wave Kingdom, Chasing Sasuke, Fighting Orochimaru, Ninja World War, Conquering the Tailed Beast, and the system rewards them one by one, shocking the ninja world. Shockwave Fruit, Sun Will Blade, Breathing Technique, World's First Giant Sword Orochimaru. I'm a damn boss. Qingchuan Tianming is the unsolvable existence Shao organization. What pain does the world feel? Let Qingchuan Tianming stop, this will cause death. Main characters. Qingchuan Tianming, Chimu Kakashi. Keywords of the novel. Hokage. Opening check-in, Shockwave Fruit. No pop-ups, Hokage. Opening check-in, Shockwave Fruit TXT Complete Collection Download, Hokage. Opening check-in, Shockwave Fruit Latest Chapter Reading. Chapter 1. Ultimate Chakra. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Fire Country, Konoha Ninja Village. A row of houses, located in the southern part of my village, is a unified residence arranged by the village for war orphans. The so-called war orphans refer to those whose parents are both ninjas from Kiba village, and their children will be raised by the village after they die in service. Train again to become an excellent ninja. At this moment, at the Qingchuan family mansion, a young man in an orange short shirt looked excited and threw away his affairs, quickly walking towards the door. It's been 12 years, but I'm looking forward to it. System, what are novice tasks? Ding. Novice task. Please go to my Huiying Rock to sign in within the time limit. Sign in and receive system rewards. The My Fire Shadow Rock is a sacred site in the village, located behind the My office in the north, and is engraved with the historical fire shadows of My. It is also the beginning of his rise. 12 years ago, Li Tianming accidentally traveled to the Nine Tails incident in the 48th year of the Kiba era and became the descendant of Nakano Ayakawa Daichi. In the Nine Tails incident, Ayakawa and his wife were killed, and Li Tianming became a war orphan. He used the name Qingchuan Tianming to revive himself in the world of Hokage, and lived like this for 12 years. Tianming, who had no golden fingers, didn't feel much at first. On the contrary, he was willing to practice hard. But he is an iron waste who cannot sense chakra, and has been like this for several years. Just when Tianming planned to give up practicing and become a salted fish, this system came. Tianming said he was very excited. After all, he came before the big plot began. He is of the same age, village, and camp as the 12 little Chongs of Kiba. He has enough time to get involved. And today, he finally waited for this moment. At night, Kiba village appeared slightly calm, with no other movement except for a few duty ninjas. Tianming left the Qingchuan family and headed straight towards the location of Huiyinyan. Due to time constraints, his footsteps were not as fast. While rushing on, Tianming also intentionally or unintentionally avoided the perception of the duty ninja. After all, he was probably caught and asleep before entering the Hokage office. Fortunately, even though Iron Scrap couldn't sense chakra for so many years at Tianming, his body techniques have not been neglected, which has provided him with many conveniences. The bright moon hangs high, and the cold wind howls. At dawn, he arrived at the Huiying office in a safe and secure manner. After climbing over the wall with both hands and feet, he quickly arrived at the foot of the cliff. Looking up, one can see the first statue of the fire shadow of all dynasties, which appears majestic and magnificent. Without much hesitation, at dawn, he began to climb up to the location of Huiying Rock. At the same time, several masked ninjas quietly appeared in the dense forest above the cliff. There are a total of 5 masked ninjas, emitting a faint chakra aura. The Hokage Rock in Kiba village is ahead. We can't move forward anymore, said a ninja in the team cautiously. What are you afraid of? We have a mission to carry with us, Konoha. Another masked ninja snorted coldly, "The dark ninjas don't have a large number of positions to occupy." "Stupid, don't you know who's inside?" "Of course I know, do you know about the Woodleaf Fire Shadow Ape Flying Sun Slash?" "Don't make any noise," said the leading ninja displeased. "Our task is to investigate Kiba village. It's not advisable to startle the snake with grass, so be careful. As for the Woodleaf Fire Shadow, it's very likely that there will be no return if provoked." Big Brother spoke up, and the others just shut up. In fact, they were just firing cannons. Which of the shadows in Nanamura is not a contemporary powerhouse? Action. With a command from the leading ninja, the 5 of them disappeared into the forest in an instant. At the same time, Tianming used up the power of 9 oxen and 2 tigers and finally arrived at the head of the 4th generation Hokage. Congratulations to the host for arriving at the Check.in location and officially starting to sign in. 10 seconds duration, failed to exit the task midway. Listening to the sound of the system, Tianming felt a sense of joy in his heart. But at this moment, a sound of breaking wind sounded above my head, and when I looked up at dawn, I saw 5 black shadows diving down. Enemy attack. Tianming felt a thud in his heart. There was no defense in the northern part of my village, after all, it was also the residence of Hokage. When the 5 masked ninjas in the sky were exploring the terrain, they immediately saw Tianming standing on the fire shadow rock. "There's someone up there, there's a change in the plan." A low drink rang out, and a thick chakra surged out of the 5 people's bodies, making them stand in the void. "Big Brother, it seems like a child. No matter who it is. Cut the grass and eliminate the root." The leading ninja threw his right hand suddenly, and the 3 swords in his hands stabbed Tianming in an instant. In their view, a child from Kiba village is just a matter of wielding a sword. Sign in successful. System reward. Ultimate Chakra. At the critical moment, a large amount of chakras surged out of Tianming's body in an instant, and chakras pressed out horizontally, crushing the sword in his hand into powder. Even in an instant, a chakra formation formed. What kind of monster is this? Chapter 2. And 3rd Generation Purpose Agreement. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chakra is the source of energy for ninjas, which is related to the release of ninjutsu. In other words, powerful ninjas are all profound and proficient in ninjutsu. So they were so surprised when they saw the ultimate chakra at dawn, because they themselves could not achieve the defensive effect of chakras being released. Tianming slowly opened his eyes and glared at the 5 masked ninjas like lightning. Ultimate Chakra. Full State Chakra. My body, which had not experienced the taste of chakra for 12 years before dawn, is now like a vast ocean. A little chakra spread throughout the body from Dantian. The various meridians of the body are like countless streams, which are filled with abundant chakras. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. The masked ninjas were stunned and almost forgot about the mission of this trip. The leading ninjas had red eyes and said, "Such a full chakra, such a strange physique. Lord Orochimaru will definitely like it." The current Tianming mood is very delicate. He has just finished his life as an iron waste without chakra, and now he is still in the mouth of a tiger. After all, he's just a child and he doesn't know ninjutsu. Plan change. Bring back this child. With a command, the leading ninja launched an attack on Tianming first. They were ordered by Orochimaru to investigate Kiba village, which was originally a crisis-ridden mission. But now there's no need to take risks. As long as you bring back a special child, they can not only complete the task but also receive rewards from Lord Orochimaru. Faced with the attack of 5 ninjas, Tianming's scalp tingled, but he couldn't counterattack for a moment. He hurriedly pushed out both sides, and the free surface chakra formed a defensive lateral push to resist various ninjutsus. In the Kiba Hokage office, the third-generation Hokage was investigating the intelligence presented by the Kiba Dark Department about the border when a shocking chakra collision aura swept over. At this level, Chakra, Fire Shadow Rock. Sensing that Chakra's source was Fire Shadow Rock, Ape Flying Sun took a step and left the Fire Shadow office, rushing towards Fire Shadow Rock. Huiying Rock is a spiritual symbol of Mai, and no one is allowed to desecrate it. And the ninjas in Kiba village won't do anything there. There is only one truth left. Damn it. 5 people working together did not capture Tianming. It's not because Tianming is too strong, but because he can't break through the defense. Can you order some face? The face turned green at dawn, and a group of people were beating a 12-year-old child. This was human behavior. Leaving behind a sentence, Tianming jumped straight down from Huiying Rock. Although he didn't know how to ninjutsu, fortunately with Chakra, his body skills also improved. Where are we running? The leading ninja snorted coldly, with a complex seal on his hands. He saw a dark giant snake being teleported, roaring up to the sky and chasing after Tianming. Just as the black giant snake arrived behind Tianming and opened its bloody mouth, a scorching chakra bloomed above the head of the black giant snake. The art of fireballs. Monkey Flying Sun, who arrived in time, cut off without saying a word and started fighting directly. The huge fireball collided head-on with the head of the black giant snake, causing it to be reborn and refined. Damn it. The 5 ninjas in the sky saw Ape Flying Sun / arrive and their faces changed dramatically. Withdraw first. The leading ninja did not hesitate at all. As the words fell, he raised his hand and swung hundreds of detonating symbols down. After all, if I were to fight with the Monkey Flying Sun, I would find my life too long. The explosive talismans scattered all over the sky, and the Monkey Flying Sun slashed his face expressionlessly, waving his wide sleeve. Suddenly, a huge earth wall was pulled out from the ground to block all the explosive talismans. Boom boom boom. After the explosion, the 5 attackers had already fled far away. Brush and brush. In no time, a burst of wind sounded, and several dark ninjas wearing fox masks had already chased away. You come with me. Ape Flying Sun / turned around and looked at Tianming, his gaze softened. In the Huiying office, Tianming was arranged on a chair, and in order to soothe his emotions, Monkey Flying Sun Slayer specially brewed him a cup of green tea. You must be a child of the Qingchuan family, said Monkey Flying Sun as he flipped through the information of war orphans. In previous records, you couldn't sense the chakra, but the strong chakra just now did come from within your body. Tianming's grip on the teacup tightened, and his heart also hung in suspense. It is not surprising that the ultimate chakra releases the ability to sense the Monkey Flying Sun / You don't have to worry too much, you should be one of the very few special beings, such as mischievous Naruto and Sasuke, who are your age. Seeing Tianming's anxiety, Ape Flying Sun / comforted him. The backgrounds of Naruto and Sasuke are not secrets, after all, the survivors of the 9-tailed Kakashi and Uchiha families are very popular, although the former makes a living, the latter relies on strength. Grandpa Huiying, can you help me keep it a secret? Tianming took a sip of tea and asked tentatively. Of course that's possible, but you also have to agree to one condition. Don't use your abilities too much before becoming a ninja, said Monkey Flying Sun with a smile. Chapter 3. Destiny Lamian Noodles. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Monkey Flying Sun / is a highly respected Hokage in the history of Kiba. Kiba village, guarded by him, has basically reached the level of the first ninja village, and even the fire country stands out. This kind of existence is ruthless to the outside, but very kind to the inside. Ape Flying Sun / did not embarrass Tianming, but instead told Tianming some truths, and at the same time, managed to handle the enrollment matter. Ninjas are sent to ninja schools for learning at a certain age. After graduating from ninja school, I started to endure. But Tianming couldn't feel chakra, and after a few confused years, he didn't even sign up for ninja school. Although Tianming knew that Xiaoli did not rely on ninjutsu or physical skills, Xiaoli was just not on the right path in ninjutsu, which was different from his zero chakra. In addition, with the true legend of Xiaoli Dakai, he will become the elder brother of physical skills in the future. Lying on the big bed of the Qingchuan family, gazing at the ceiling at dawn. The start of the new school year at ninja school is tomorrow, and due to Hokage's arrangement, he can be transferred to class 7. This is delightful. The 7th class has a main character group configuration, and the mentor, Chi Mu, is open 5 times. The students are the 2 strongest ninjas in the future and a strange girl, Haruno Sakura. If Tianming can become the 4th person, he can basically walk horizontally in the ninja world. I'm a bit looking forward to it. Although Kiba 12 has seen a few of them himself, he has hardly communicated with anyone else at dawn. He can be considered a good friend, probably just Xiaoli, who is practicing physical fitness together. Anyway, there must be a way to get to the front of the mountain. Tianming murmured and began to sleep. Now the golden finger has been credited to the account, and chakra is fully matched. And the curtain of everything has also been lifted. After a sleepless night, I woke up early the next morning and finished washing up before leaving the Qingchuan family. Shortly after leaving, Tianming heard the noisy sound of a small forest beside him. Waste crane tail. Let you mind your own business. You monster, do you want heroes to save beauty? Dare to obstruct us, come and fight. A few children were cursing and punching and kicking people on the ground. What are you guys capable of bullying girls? Look at me, Naruto Vortex is not afraid. Of course, the one who was beaten was the crown prince. Naruto also suffered. Bo Fengshui Gate died in the 48th year of the Kiba era. In order to ensure the safety of the village, he ultimately sealed the 9 tails inside Naruto's body. He thought Kiba village would take good care of Naruto, but Naruto was bullied under the name of a monster since childhood. You dare to speak hard. The leading chubby guy rolled up his sleeves and gathered a hint of chakra in his palm. Let me show you what ninjutsu is. Stop it. At that moment, a scolding sounded, followed by a stone hitting little Pangduan's calf. Wow. Little Pangdun fell and ate his dog's shit. Who is it? A few younger brothers helped little Fatty Dun up, and little Fatty Dun angrily said, do you also want to meddle in your own business? You can also intervene in the affairs of Lord Guatian. At dawn, with a twitch of his mouth, the child only grew weight but not a brain. I don't want to get involved either, it's just that so many of you are bullying someone. Is that decent? Tianming just spoke up. It's true that he can't stand it, and it's also true that he wants to take the opportunity to establish a good relationship with Naruto. If you're part of the bullshit Naruto gang, that's right. Little Fatty Dun clenched his fist and suddenly said, since you're part of the bullshit Naruto gang, then you're also a war orphan and don't have the qualities of a father or mother. Ha ha ha, without parents, wouldn't it be a wild breed? A few people suddenly burst into strange laughter. Tianming's face became gloomy. Although he didn't have much impression of Qingchuan Dahue, Li Tianming was indeed a descendant of the Qingchuan family, and for 12 years, he relied on the Qingchuan family's pension for food, drink, and labor. So insulting the Qingchuan family means insulting him. Stop talking nonsense, fight if you want. Naruto immediately jumped up from the ground, protected by Hinata. Don't fight anymore. Hinata is a gentle girl. Naruto, who had already red eyes, rushed forward. It's no use apologizing now, Tianming said lightly, followed by a handful of stones. I can't repeat the same move a second time. Little Fatty Dun skillfully dodged the stone and welcomed it. But he doesn't know what they're facing. Xiaopangdan's clumsy ninjutsu was released, and he couldn't get close enough to be bounced away at dawn. And when it comes to fighting, Tianming's physical training is not for free. In no time, Xiaopangdan was beaten and rushed around with a swollen nose and eyes, while Naruto was also chasing after him. You guys wait for me. Little Pangdan put down a simple sentence and took the lead in leaving the scene. Young master is waiting for you. Naruto let out a sigh before turning around and saying, thank you very much for helping. My name is Naruto Vortex, what's your name? Qingchuan Tianming. Tianming extended his hand. Vortex Naruto was stunned, and then extended his hand. Can I invite you to have a happy Lamian Noodles? Chapter 4. Enrollment. Mastery of Sword Release in Hand. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Yao Lamian Noodles, Xuanhua Naruto led Tianming to pull back the curtain, saying. Uncle, 3 bowls of Lamian noodles and 1 joy. Naruto kid, are they your friends? The squinting uncle responded and started cooking noodles. I guess so. Naruto scratched the back of his head and said, Uncle, can I have credit? I'll give it to you by the end of the month. Uncle's hand on Lamian noodles didn't stop. No problem. Why don't I give it to you? Hinata whispered. Compared to war orphans, the Hinata family is a big family, and Hinata can also be considered a little wealthy woman. How can a man make a girl pay? No, no. Naruto refused, don't worry, sometimes I will deliver newspapers and milk to everyone, and I will have money. Hinata, we need to trust Naruto. Hinata was still trying to speak, but was stopped by Tianming. Naruto Vortex is a person who values emotions quite a bit, and it happens that such people are close friends. What you said is reasonable. Vortex Naruto said and took Lamian noodles and put it in front of the 2 people. Yao Lamian noodles is the best food I have ever eaten. Eat it quickly, especially the soup. Without Naruto's introduction, Tianming also got started directly. After all, he was very curious about this Lamian noodles shop of big barrel wood and music when watching animation in his previous life. I'm moving. Naruto parted his chopsticks and prayed, then ate with a gust of wind and clouds. Tianming and Naruto, like the competition, buried their faces in a bowl and panting happily, while Hinata appeared much more refined. 3 minutes later, Tianming and Naruto finished a whole bowl of Lamian noodles almost at the same time. Uncle, thank you very much for your hospitality. After eating and drinking enough, the 3 left Yao Lamian noodles and went to ninja school. Tianming, why do you feel like you haven't been seen in school before? Along the way, Naruto Vortex had already become familiar with Tianming. Because it's my first time going to school, Tianming replied. The first time. Naruto Vortex clearly couldn't believe it, after all, he still remembered the fierce attack on Turtle Field just now at dawn. Naruto's control over Chakra is also very weak, and he has created a shadow clone technique. The clone is only a semi-lifeless existence, and the name of the crane tail has been put into practice. Because I couldn't feel Chakra before, I naturally couldn't get into ninja school. Tianming didn't hide anything. What? Naruto Vortex was taken aback and then patted his head, saying, I remember. You were the scrap metal they talked about, saying you wouldn't feel Chakra for a lifetime. I remember you. You have a good relationship with Shaoli. Unable to sense Chakra, it must have been a fortunate and difficult day that day. Hinata couldn't feel the situation of the 2, after all, the Hinata family was like a noble existence, especially Hinata, who had even opened his eyes, was a human being. It's okay. Tianming was not bullied, and the children at the ninja school didn't know many ninjutsu skills. Chakra's release was not fully mastered, so even in a fight, Tianming could be reckless. Ding! The task is activated. Please go to the ninja school to complete the check that in task within the deadline. Sign in and receive system rewards. The sound of the system in my mind rang out silently, ninja school. It happened to be on the way. Tianming, what's wrong with you? Hinata couldn't help but care as she looked at Tianming, who was lost in thought. I'm fine, I just feel like we might be late if we don't accelerate our pace. The three of them ran all the way to the ninja school, which was at the beginning of the new academic year. Many parents came to see their children off at the school gate. Naruto, Hinata, go ahead first. Tianming stopped at the school gate. Sure. Naruto Vortex didn't ask much, but as he was running a few steps, he suddenly turned back and said, Tianming, you are one of Naruto Vortex's few friends. We are also war orphans. Don't worry, if you encounter difficulties in school, I will cover you up. Tianming replied with a smile. Naruto may have misunderstood Tianming, thinking that he had to start from first grade and only considered him a junior. However, despite saying that, it still feels good. Naruto is this kind of person, warm-hearted. Arrive at the Check.in location and start the Check.in task. 10-second countdown, fail to exit the mission midway. Successful Check.in, reward. Release sword in hand, mastery, 10 seconds passed in the blink of an eye, and when Tianming opened his eyes again, he had completely mastered the use of long-range attack ninja tools such as sword Kowu dart in his hand. After tidying up his mood, Tianming walked into the ninja school and headed to the principal's office. Chapter 5, The Fourth Person from Class 7. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. After entering the principal's office, the process was not complicated. After all, Monkey Flying Sun / had already said hello. Are you Qingchuan Tianming? The big-bellied principal glanced at Tianming a few times and then looked at the information before saying to the door, Teacher Irika, please come over. Principal, you're looking for me. Soon, a figure appeared at the door. The visitor has a deep scar on their nose, but there is always a smile on their face that makes them feel like they are basking in spring breeze. Tianming also secretly looked at Irika, the first mentor of Naruto, and the difference between him and anime was not significant. This is Qingchuan Tianming, the transfer student personally instructed by Lord Huiying. Aren't you going to the classroom? By the way, bring the person over. Transfer students. Principal, does ninja school have such regulations? Irika asked in confusion. There's no way. The order from the Hokage office only mentioned one sentence, it may be a special existence like Naruto Koki. Naruto. Irika was taken aback and said, I know. On the way from the principal's office to the classroom, Irika occasionally looks at the dawn. Finally, Tianming stopped and said calmly, Teacher Irika, do you have anything to say? Ah. Irika couldn't believe that a child had seen through him and could only admit, Teacher Irika wants to ask you something. What's up? Tianming asked. Let's become friends with Naruto. I can tell you're a mature child, but Naruto's nerves are too big and he doesn't have many friends, so try making friends. That guy is really a good person. Tianming didn't expect that Irika's request was actually this, truly deserving of Irika. I am already friends with Naruto. At the same time, the classroom was overcrowded. The start of the new academic year means dividing classes for learning, with an average of 3 students in each class, each with a highly skilled ninja as the teacher. After the division, I will learn stronger ninjutsu. Perform some tasks to lay the groundwork for becoming a ninja. What? I actually want to be in the same class as this facial paralysis. I don't want it. Who wants to be with the tail of the crane? I refuse. Damn Sasuke, what are you saying? Stop arguing. The classroom was already in chaos. Just after the division ended, the popular Naruto Vortex and Sasuke Uchiha were assigned to Class 7 after a public kiss, and then exploded. Both of them don't like each other. On the podium, Chimu Kakashi, who was in charge of Class 7, looked very uncomfortable. Not only did he not stop him, but he also took out a friendly look at heaven. Teacher Kakashi, will Naruto and Sasuke have a fight? Then let's start fighting. Teacher Kakashi, stop them quickly. There's no need for that. Just as the classroom was filled with the smell of gunpowder, a voice from the doorway suddenly sounded, Naruto, what are you doing? Upon hearing this voice, Naruto, who was originally Shionzo, immediately surrendered. Teacher Iruka. Teacher Iruka, what's up? Kakashi closed his book and asked. Teacher Kakashi, it's like this. The student next to me is a transfer student assigned by Lord Hokage. He said he was assigned to class 7 under your leadership, and I brought him over. Teacher Iruka said. Got it. Kakashi nodded and glanced at Tianming. Just find a seat and sit down. At dawn, he immediately walked towards the crowd. Tianming, this way. Naruto was surprised to see Tianming appear and quickly waved his arm. Tianming naturally sat over, and as he approached, he noticed the unfriendly gaze of Uchiha Sasuke, saying, I cannot refuse to let you join class 7, but I want to reiterate that I don't like to be dragged down. After speaking, Sasuke sat directly by the window. Bastard Sasuke. Naruto's teeth clenched with a gurgling sound. Naruto, don't be angry. Tianming smiled before saying, Sasuke is right. It's really frustrating to drag your feet. Not to mention the facial paralysis, how did you come to switch shifts? Naruto eagerly asked as he made room for Tianming. When this question was asked, it was obvious that Sakura Haruno next to her and other people outside her had also raised their ears. After all, Tianming is a fresh face that has never appeared in school, and people who skip the first year of study and directly switch classes in the second year have never heard of it. Didn't Teacher Iruka make it very clear just now? Appointed by the Hokage office, Tianming said lightly. Others were confused by this answer, but Uchiha Sasuke by the window had a subtle reaction. Alright, that's all for the attention. The people from class 7 will follow me, and the others will look for their teachers. At this moment, Kakashi, who was on the podium, dropped a sentence and had already walked out of the door. Only the classroom's bewildered expression remained. Did Kakashi announce anything just now? Chapter 6. The Art of Shadow Clone. Summon 100 directly. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In fact, it was Kakashi who forgot the precautions. After the division of classes ended, the people who had been studying together for a year were about to part ways. Uchiha Sasuke left his seat and was the first to leave the classroom. Sasuke, wait for me. Sakura Haruno immediately followed suit. Naruto, let's go too, Tianming said. Okay. The two also left the classroom. After leaving the ninja school, the team dispersed and each class had a different gathering place. When Tianming and Naruto arrived at the gathering place of class 7, Uchiha Sasuke and Haruno Sakura had already arrived. Sasuke has always been a Force King template, holding her arms and looking ahead, while Haruno Sakura, as a fangirl, occasionally peeks at Sasuke. As for Kakashi. Kakashi yawned and jumped down from the tree, saying, Are you all here? Great, the first gathering of class 7, all 4 of you have 0 points. Ah. Teacher Kakashi, are you joking? Naruto opened his mouth. Do you think my expression looks like a joke? Kakashi said seriously. Naruto really wants to say, I can't see your expression either, just shut up for fear of being beaten. After training Naruto, Kakashi's gaze turned to Uchiha Sasuke and said, I sentenced you to 0 points, but you don't agree. I don't agree, said Uchiha Sasuke coldly. Oh. Kakashi said in a playful tone, why don't you agree? Just now, Teacher Kakashi said that after the class gathered, I was the first person to come here and I wasn't late, so even if I was punished, I absolutely shouldn't be with the crane tail. Uchiha Sasuke's rare words are a bit too many. So it's like this, if you think so, then I'm right to award you 0 points. Kakashi chuckled and then turned to look at Naruto and Tenmei, are you too late, do you agree? The attire is uniform, Naruto hurriedly said. What about you? It's obvious that you're asking the sky clearly. Teacher Kakashi has his own assessment standards, and it's our fault if we don't pass, not the teacher's fault or the rules problem, Tianming replied ambiguously. Qingchuan Tianming, it's interesting. Chimu Kakashi was surprised. The child was actually very calm and spoke one thing at a time. The implied meaning of the answer just now was that you sentenced me to 0 points, but I still have to take the exam again. We don't need to talk much, let's just start. Chimu Kakashi tightened up and took out a bell from his pants bag. After the division of classes, you are truly enduring, and the ninjas must act in a ninja-like manner. A class is a whole, and in your future journey, the members of the team will be the presence of companions and family members. Therefore, Naruto Vortex and Tenmei Ayakawa are late, and all of you are unqualified. Of course, I'm different from other teachers. Did you see the bell in my hand? If anyone touches it together, I'll make you all qualified. As the words fell, several children were somewhat shocked. Tianming was quite calm, and Kakashi's approach was just to elaborate on teamwork. Teacher Kakashi, are there any restrictions? Uchiha Sasuke suddenly asked. No restrictions on methods, no restrictions on ninjutsu, said Kamukaka West. At the moment of being granted permission, Uchiha Sasuke instantly disappeared to the spot, blinking his eyes and appearing behind Chimu Kakashi, quickly sealing the seal. The art of fireballs. Xiong xiong. Uchiha Sasuke blew fiercely, and a scorching fireball was swallowed out in an instant. Then, he even took out his sword and threw it out. This combination of punches directly confused Naruto Hideyoshi, and Haruno Sakura was even more star-eyed. It has to be said that Uchiha Sasuke is an inspirational template. He was exterminated in his childhood and became the first person of his peers with a deep blood feud, which is evident. Tianming stood on the side with an indifferent expression. Sasuke's powerful fireball technique, combined with his sword in hand, may seem aggressive but actually has little effect. It's almost there, Chimu Kakashi said as he walked out from behind a nearby tree. As for the place where I just stood, there was only a piece of burnt black wood. Stand up. Uchiha Sasuke's mood was stirred, and he really underestimated him too much. You guys should go up too. Chimu Kakashi hooked his fingers at the three of them. The art of shadow clones. Naruto summoned 3 to 5 clones without hesitation to launch a frontal attack. Chunai Sakura is an auxiliary. The battle ended quickly, and Kiki Kakashi didn't even move a few times before breaking up Naruto's clone and pressing her body to the ground, while Haruno Sakura took all her swords with one hand. Why don't you take action? Chimu Kakashi asked as he looked at Tianming. Tianming scratched his head and said, because I didn't know any ninjutsu before I enrolled, but now I do. After speaking, Tianming's hands quickly formed a seal, and the chakra inside his body quickly moved. Shadow clone technique. Boom boom boom. In the next moment, the sound of smoke echoed through, and the dense clones instantly filled the forest. Roughly looking at 100 clones. Chapter 7. Narrowly defeating Kakashi. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. What is the concept of 100 shadow clones? Not to mention Chimu Kakashi, even Naruto is foolish. Shadow clone technique is Naruto's proudest ninjutsu, and he has been practicing it for a long time to achieve some results. Can Qingchuan Tianming just watch it once? Uchiha Sasuke's face changed dramatically, and he couldn't have imagined that this suddenly emerging transfer student was so powerful. Chimu Kakashi was also stunned and slowly said, "Ah, so you are the child rumored to be the ultimate chakra. You instantly learned the art of shadow clones and summoned 100 shadow clones, which is a bit headache." Although he said that, Chimu Kakashi was not afraid anymore. He became serious and grabbed the sword he had just captured with his backhand before launching an attack. Chimu Kakashi is like a fast wind passing through, tearing apart the battlefield. As the sword flipped in his hand, one shadow clone after another was completely shattered. 1v100, that's all for confidence. Deep in the back, at dawn, the shadow clone was controlling waves of encirclement and suppression of Chimu Kakashi. And the three people on the side could only be stunned by such a battle. Tianming didn't panic as he watched Chimu Kakashi almost break through the encirclement. Qingchuan Tianming, do you have any other ninjutsu? Chimu Kakashi held his sword in his hand and kept fighting against Ingfen with a smile. Teacher Kakashi can give it a try. Tianming played a trick. Then I'll give you a try. Chimu Kakashi stopped in his footsteps, and as he threw the sword out of his hand, his palm burst into a burst of electric light. Kaka. The electric light converged in the palm of Chimu Kakashi's hand, emitting a domineering aura. Even the sky was a bit dark. Lei Che. Tianming's gaze trembled as he saw the ninjutsu move of Chimu Kakashi. Lei Che is a ninjutsu that Chimu Kakashi likes to use, and later Sasuke learned and developed Chihiro and Kirin. Don't be afraid, I used 3 parts of my strength. After Chimu Kakashi finished speaking, he stabbed straight out and threw a one-handed lightning bolt, like a lightning spear piercing through the front shadow clone. After a breath, Chimu Kakashi had completely eliminated the shadow clone in front of him. There are only 10 remaining from 100 shadow clones. Qingchuan Tianming, don't you still take action? Chimu Kakashi approached Tianming step by step, and the electric light in his palm roared again. That's as you wish. Tianming once again made a brand new seal. The art of fireballs. At the same time as the Tianming movement, the remaining 10 shadow clones synchronously seal and release the technique of the giant fireball. 11 huge fireballs engulfed the flag tree Kakashi, and even half of the forest was burned down. Boom! Shortly after the flames burst into the sky, the domineering electric light crushed the flames. In the middle of the forest, Tianming and Chimu Kakashi stood facing each other. The current Chimu Kakashi is completely unrestrained, with a disheveled face and even a few big holes in his clothes. I lost, Chimu Kakashi suddenly said. The 3 people watching the battle next to them woke up from a dream and said, did you lose? Did Teacher Kakashi lose? No, we won. How did we win? Chimu Kakashi smiled and punched Tianming in the opposite direction. As soon as his fist touched Tianming, Ping turned into wood with a loud sound. At this moment, Tianming also walked out from behind the nearby stones, holding a bell in his hand. When everyone saw this, they all took a deep breath. What kind of monster is this? In the short battle, Tianming fired 3 ninjutsu shots in a row. Whether it's shadow clone technique, fireball technique, or stand-up technique, they are all too outdated. The most surprising thing was Tianming's combat consciousness. With 100 shadow clones pressing down on the formation, Chimu Kakashi made a move. As they were about to defeat the 100 shadow clones, the remaining clones used the technique of a giant fireball, which could not be avoided at such a distance. Even those who had been in the back were not the main body. It looks like another genius ninja has emerged from Kiba. Kiki Kakashi patted Tianming's shoulder. Qingchuan Tianming, you did a good job, you all qualified. Wow. Tianming congratulates you. Naruto ran over and punched Tianming. Uchiha Sasuke clicked and then left the spot without saying a word. At this point, the first gathering of Class 7 has come to an end. And because of this, a series of events after Naruto Vortex and Sasuke Uchiha also deviated. As the sun set in the west, when he returned to Qingchuan's house at dawn, it was already late. After working hard for half a day, he made a big meal for himself as soon as he got home, and then reviewed today's battle with Chimu Kakashi while eating. Tianming didn't lie, he really didn't know how to endure ninjutsu between the 3 people in Class 7. After taking action, whether it's Naruto's shadow clone technique, Sasuke's Hokage technique, or Kakashi's stand-in technique. After taking a glance, he instantly understood the imprint of each spell and the way their chakras operated during the casting process. Plus my ultimate chakra storage. So he directly replicated the 3 ninjutsus. Chapter 8. Sasuke's Appointment. Easy to abuse. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Reproduction. Tianming couldn't help but laugh at the thought. Kakashi's Sharingan can also replicate ninjutsu, but this can be considered an alternative reproduction. The ability of writing will eyes relies on blood to inherit boundaries, but Tianming relies on piercing through all the details of a technique with one eye, and then simulating it with the ultimate chakra. After finishing dinner, while taking a shower, Tianming couldn't help but recall the scene of Kakashi releasing Richi. Lei Che. Tianming's mind instantly came up with all the information about Lei Che and the way chakra operates. This is a bit impressive. Tianming's eyebrows lit up with joy. How different is it from replicating ninjutsu? After washing the dishes, Tianming was about to go out and find a place to try Lei Che, but as soon as he left, he saw someone special in the yard. Sasuke. Tianming is foolish. How did Sasuke find the Qingchuan family? Uchiha Sasuke hugged his arm and said lightly, Qingchuan Tianming, let's compete. The reason Sasuke came to find Tianming is simple, it's just a competition. Why did you come to me for a fight? Tianming was somewhat puzzled. Because you are strong enough, I have seen all the battles between you and teacher Kakashi, and your strength is above mine. Uchiha Sasuke said bluntly, that's why I want to fight you even more. Only by fighting against the strong can I be tempered. Tianming waved his hand and said, stop talking to yourself. Who wants to fight you? I agree. Are you really going to fight someone else? Qingchuan Tianming, I have no intention of discussing with you, Uchiha Sasuke said as he took out his sword. If you choose to take action here, I won't be responsible for demolishing the house. Zhu, you're a bit annoying. Tianming felt a bit uncomfortable. Although Sasuke has always been aloof and stinky, this is too dragging, isn't it? If you don't want the house to be demolished, fight with me. Uchiha Sasuke didn't hesitate about what the 2 pillars that popped out of Tianming's mouth meant. I've convinced you, then let's move on. Tianming sighed and could only take on Sasuke's challenge. This guy can't do without rubbing his muscles. After the 2 of them left Qingchuan's house, in a small alley next to them, a few sharp-mouthed people chuckled and said, finally squatting down, let's go inform Brother Turtle. The residential areas of war orphans are separate from ordinary residential areas, of course, due to the exemption of water, electricity, and rent. The facilities here have always been in a state of disrepair. On a certain open space, Tianming and Uchiha Sasuke arrived here. Right here, Tianming said, as this place was relatively hidden and spacious. Without hesitation, Uchiha Sasuke launched an offensive. Just as the battle was about to break out, a group of uninvited guests surrounded from the side. Isn't it Qingchuan Tianming? We're meeting again. Little Pangdun Guatian spoke with a hint of confidence, but he had brought more people now than in the morning, which gave him confidence. Are you here to cause trouble? Tianming said lightly, he also wants to fight me, and you also want to fight me. Why don't you decide first? Uchiha Sasuke frowned tightly and said, get out of here. Just 3 simple words have extraordinary killing power. What kind of person are you? Turtle Tian shouted with a stiff neck. Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke turned around and glanced at everyone with indifferent eyes. So why don't you guys leave yet? Turtlefield was frightened, and just as he was about to continue pushing, the younger brother beside him grabbed him and said, Turtlefield brother, the Uchiha clan can't afford to provoke him. Why can't it be provoked? Because that's a family with writing will eyes. Writing will eyes. Kamada's eyes flickered and he quickly turned around without saying a word before running away. Just kidding, although he is crazy, he is not brainless. The Sharingan is a very powerful blood inheritance limit, and those who have blood inheritance limit are generally stronger than those of the same period, while Uchiha Sasuke is still the most famous person. The fly has gone, let's continue. Uchiha Sasuke turned around as if he had dealt with a trivial matter. Go ahead. Tianming hooked his finger. In the next moment, Uchiha Sasuke disappeared into place, and in an instant, he approached Tianming. The sword in his hand attacked from top to bottom. Close combat. Tianming was a bit surprised. Sasuke didn't use any magic or long-range attacks, but instead started playing close combat. Your abilities are reflected in your amazing chakra storage and learning abilities. Considering that you and teacher Kakashi ultimately used stunt doubles, your melee skills should not be good. Uchiha Sasuke analyzed while paying attention to Tianming's every move. Using one's own strengths to attack one's weaknesses is a very good tactic. Not good at melee combat. Sasuke, you're too confident. Tianming laughed out loud. His 12-year career as an iron waist was nothing, just that his physical skills were too good. Brushing. Just as the sword in his hand was about to touch Tianming, lightning struck and blocked Uchiha Sasuke's attack with just 2 fingers. Boom. Then Tianming kicked Uchiha Sasuke in the stomach and pushed him back, saying, Sasuke, is this your strength? Chapter 9 New Check In Tasks. Location. The Land of Waves. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Impossible. Uchiha Sasuke's eyes widened as he anticipated the gap between himself and Tianming, but never expected it to be so fast. There is no strength to fight back. Why are you so strong? Uchiha Sasuke also saw the gap between himself and Tenmei. No, it was the gap between Tenmei and his peers of ninjas. This faint sense of oppression. Only that man has made him feel it. Is it strong? Tianming touched his chin. Previously, in order to survive in the ninja world, he dug out his hollow mind every day to practice. Although he didn't achieve it, he still couldn't feel the chakra, but over time, his physical skills improved. It should be accumulation. So we're here. Tianming suggested. It's not over yet. Uchiha Sasuke shook his head and quickly sealed, the art of shadow clone. Next, Sasuke's 2 shadow clones appeared not far behind Tianming, without saying a bunch of swords in hand. Tianming chopped at his feet, and the chakra inside came out and blocked the sword in his hand. The art of Hail Wokyu. Uchiha Sasuke blew out in one breath from the front, and the scorching fireball attacked from the front. Uchiha Sasuke's combination punches still make people feel very eye-catching, it's just a matter of merging eggs. Lei Che. Tianming reached out his hand and turned his fist into a palm. Thunder light converged in the palm of his hand and everything instantly happened. The huge fireball that came from the side cut straight in half and flew into the air. And the remaining electric light also instantly enveloped Uchiha Sasuke's figure. In the end, Uchiha Sasuke's attack stopped because it didn't make much sense anymore. The electric light is already surrounded, and as long as the heavens think, people can be turned over by electricity at any time. That's it. Uchiha Sasuke said calmly, I agree that you are more powerful than that crane tail. Becoming companions with someone like you shouldn't be a bad thing. After speaking, Uchiha Sasuke turned around and left. Tianming looked at Sasuke's back and really didn't know what to say. This guy did have all the conditions to become a strong person. In the nearby alley, Turtle Field and his little follower witnessed the battle between the two. At this moment, Turtle Field felt extremely lucky and listened to his advice. Just these 2 monsters, going straight up is a hard gift. Brother Turtle Field, do we still need revenge? Guetian's big face twitched, but in order to maintain his elder brother's image, he snorted coldly, let them be arrogant for a while longer. I'll make them beg for mercy sooner or later. Joining Class 7 has enriched Tianming's life. Chimu Kakashi's teaching is very easy, and he won't even care about what you do as long as you meet the target. During the first half-month of his class, Chimu Kakashi and his 4 companions traveled throughout various places in my village. This has also taken on many tasks. The task is just frustrating, it's nothing more than digging and farming, chopping firewood and looking for dogs. It was like this for over a month, by the small river outside my village, where the 7th class gathered. Teacher Kakashi, what task needs a big fight today? The voice of Naruto Vortex complained from a long distance. Although Haruno Sakura didn't speak, her small face was also puzzled. Uchiha Sasuke and Tenmei followed behind without saying a word. Today's task has a great beginning, Kiki Kakashi smiled and said, have you brought all the equipment? Got it, the 4 of them said in unison. That's good. Chimu Kakashi also took out his backpack from beside him and said, the mission is located in the Kiba office. Let's give them some information. It's a C.level mission. C.level, Teacher Kakashi, you didn't play with us, did you? Naruto Vortex couldn't believe it. In the past month, the task assigned by Kakashi Chimu was hyped up before execution, but after execution, it was called cultivating team harmony. And it's not surprising that Naruto Vortex's reaction this time was significant. After all, the C.level mission was a serious task that required leaving the village. When Tianming in the rear heard what Chimu Kakashi said about the C.level, he instantly understood in his heart. It turned out to be the time of the Wave Kingdom. Ding! The mission is activated. Please go to the Kingdom of Wave for Check.in. Complete Check.in and receive task rewards. It's absolutely true. Chimu Kakashi clapped his hands and said, don't talk too much. Let's hurry to the Huiying office. In no time, a group of 5 arrived at the Huiying office. In the office, there are already many people. In addition to the 3rd generation Fire Shadow Ape Flying Sun Slayer, there are also several high-level wooden leaves. Teacher Kakashi, you're here. Ape Flying Sun Jean smiled and looked kindly at the 4 children behind Chimu Kakashi. Lord Huiying, Chimu Kakashi can take on missions, said Chimu Kakashi calmly. Hello, I said that not all of your Konoha ninjas are recognized as the strongest among the 5 great powers, but it's okay to send a few clumsy ninjas, said an old man with a strong aroma of sake. Chapter 10. Changes in tasks, jointly executed by Class 78. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Poor ninja. Naruto Vortex stopped immediately upon hearing it. What qualification do you, a stinky drunkard, have to say that we're bad? Naruto, don't be impolite, Kiki Kakashi scolded lightly. As a qualified ninja, you shouldn't speak ill of the task client. Monkey Flying Sun's expression did not change much, but instead smiled and said, Teacher Kakashi, Naruto kid actually listens to you so much. It's rare. 3rd generation eyes, let's talk about it at a different time. Chimu Kakashi's gaze shifted to the drunkard again. I'm also curious about the existence of employers who hire poor ninjas. This is Mr. Dasna, please take a look at the detailed information, said the ninja assistant beside him as he handed over a stack of documents. 5 copies of information, 1 for each person. Tianming took the information and quickly glanced at it before returning it. The information written on it was not much different from the original work. Dasna, the highly renowned bridge builder of the Kingdom of Bo. After completing the project on Mai's side, he will return to the Kingdom of Echoes, but on the way, there will be black and evil forces from the Kingdom of Waves hunting and killing him. That's why he hired the Konoha ninja to protect him from going to the Kingdom of Wave. You are Dasna. Chimu Kakashi also collected his materials and said, the 7th class of this C.level task has been taken over. Dasna, is that amazing? Isn't he just an alcoholic? The neurotic Naruto was still struggling with what Dasna referred to as a clumsy ninja. Naruto, you're an idiot. Master Dasna is a famous bridge builder, and many bridges made of wood are under his command. With the bridge, life in the village will be more convenient. Haruno Sakura supported her forehead, and Naruto's ability to understand should not be underestimated. So it's like this, said Naruto, realizing it later. Dasna took another sip of wine and said directly to the third generation of Hokage, Hokage Lord, I seem to have mentioned the situation in the kingdom of Bo. There is a bully there, and I won't give up until I get rid of him. Can someone with bad looks and 3 children be okay with this faction? The ninjas in Kiba village are recognized as powerful, but the combination of the 7th class is not very convincing. Master Dasna, the key to the problem is not with us, the poor ninjas, but with your budget. Tianming suddenly spoke up, the budget you gave is only enough for us to endure. You little devil, Dasna looked back at Tianming and said, is the price I gave directly related to your strength? Or do you think you can't complete such a task and have to give up? On the contrary, Tianming smiled and said, you happen to have hired the strongest ninja in Kiba with the least amount of money. Tianming's one sentence confused everyone present, is this just a forced boast? It's inexplicable. Dasner and Tianming stared at each other for a few seconds, but there was no sign of lying in the child's eyes. Instead, there was a strong sense of confidence. All right, there's no need to argue, said Monkey Flying's son with a firm tone. Mr. Dasna's reason for using such a small budget is because he wants to leave money for building a bridge in the kingdom of Bo. Our wooden leaves have also greatly improved Mr. Dasna's abilities. I won't forget this favor, so for this seed-level mission, I actually found 2 classes of ninjas. The sound of the Monkey Flying's son fell, and everyone present was surprised. Even Tianming, who had a calm expression on his face, was confused. Did the 2 teams of the Wave Kingdom mission execute seriously? Come on in. Monkey Flying's son said to the door, and soon a mature and beautiful woman appeared at the door, with 3 class members behind her. Shiri Hong. Chimu Kakashi also did not receive any notification of cooperation. Kakashi, I didn't expect to partner with your 7th class, said Sunset Red. Tianming's expression slightly changed, and the 8th class was Hinata, Inazukaya, and Yoshinori Shina. A typical auxiliary role. Although I don't quite understand why the mission of the Kingdom of Waves has changed, it's not something that Tianming should be concerned about. He just needs to pay attention to the check that I in task. At dawn, Naruto. Hinata waved his hand towards this side. Tianming replied with a smile, and Naruto Vortex also said hello. Now everyone is here, said Monkey Flying Sun Slayer as he looked at Dasa. There's no problem right now. Thank you first, 3rd generation. Although Das Na was drinking, he was not foolish. He spent a very small amount of money and received 6 ninja protections, and what Kiba has done on his side has been done with utmost kindness and righteousness. So start executing the mission, said Monkey Flying Sun Slayer. The mission will start immediately. After leaving the Huiying office, the 7th and 8th classes, along with Dasa, left my village. On the 3rd day after leaving the village and heading east, the group arrived at a hot spring town. On the day of bathing and recuperating in the hot spring town, a flying pigeon on the other side of my carried a message, recalling the Sunset Red. At this point, Chimu Kakashi needs 1 person to lead the 7 or 8 teams to carry out the task.